Hello, everybody. It's lunchtime with Ling Ling. Well, Ling Ling is feeling kind of down and out today. I'm suffering from a cold. These children, they got me. They got me again. If it ain't one, it's the other. Like I tell you, the dogs are sneezing on me. My babies are sneezing on me. Oh my God, it has been like a domino effect around here. And I'm in the middle of trying to start my holiday cooking. I tell you, it's a mess, but I'm making it. I've been up running around all morning from the time my foot hit the ground. I've been off, just doing this, doing that. I started some of the cooking, like I said, and I got my ham on and my turkey parts. I'm not doing a full turkey, and I have my candy yams on and my greens. And now I do a mixture of mustard, collards, mustard, cabbage, and it's another one I'm missing. Collards, mustards, cabbage. It's another one. Whatever the other green is, that's the one I used to. So, cutting those jokers up yesterday. Oh my God, it was horrifying. And I hate to say God, but yes, it was horrifying. I had to call on the Lord. Yes, I did. That collard green was fresh and it was like a banana leaf. It was so huge. But it had some nice leaves on there. And I cut them off. It had a nice, not too thick of a stem going down the middle, but it had a nice stem on it. You could pick that baby up and fan it like that. I was like, okay, is it Palm Sunday? What's going on? But I did it. It took me a while to cut them up, but I cut them up. I sat there and I did what I had to do. Cause now, one thing I do not like to do, I do not like munching down on stems. Oh, I don't care how tender you get them. I do not like chewing on the stem. And honestly, the stems probably have the most vitamin nutritions in it, but I don't like it. You can't make me. You can't make me. You know what I haven't seen in a long time are rutabagas. Rutabagas would have been nice. I haven't had rutabagas since I was a child. That would have been nice to have had some rutabagas to drop off in the greens. But they were low in stock. They didn't have much of anything. I couldn't find salt pork, which normally I don't use. I normally use like a smoked turkey or a smoked ham hock. But they didn't have any of that. So they were out. So I had to buy some bacon, some really nice, expensive bacon. I hate to point out that it was expensive. It was because the thickness of the bacon. I wanted the bacon to be thick so it can have some good meat on it, good flavor for the greens. So I cut up. I didn't buy the normal big pack because that baby was about $25. So I had to buy a little smaller pack, which was fine because I just chopped it off in half and put it down in the greens and use that as my meat for my flavoring. And then I did find a turkey back, some turkey parts that I had left over. You know, I don't throw anything away. I'll get me a good freezer bag, honey, and I will put that food in the freezer bag and put it in the freezer, and I will cook it again. Oh, believe me, I will cook it the year after. Maybe I may not cook it that particular year, but I'll cook it that year after. So I had some left over from last season, so that's what I'm using. And she plumped right on up. She was fine. So that turkey part right there was really good. That was worth keeping. Like I said, I don't throw anything away. I'm a person. I guess it's called food deprived or something. I don't know what you want to call it, but I don't like to waste food. Waste not. Can you stop, please? Oh. See, I feel at home. I'm on location and I brought the babies with me. So yeah, I don't like to throw away food. I just don't believe in that. We weren't raised like that. You just don't do that. And you know, I had an incident with my daughter this morning. I ran off for a minute and my baby Ricky got to cook breakfast and Walmart's right around the corner from my house, like 5 minutes away in the car. And I jumped in the car and I went to pick up a few things that I knew I needed, just a few little minor things. You know how you go to the grocery store, you do your list, but you forget some things. But I didn't really forget anything. What happened was I cook some sweet potato pies for the first time. Now, I can cook a pecan pie. I hadn't cooked it in a while, though. But I tried the sweet potato pie, and it was like, afterwards, I told Ricky, I said, look, go dig a hole in the backyard. Dig a hole in the backyard. This ain't right. I don't want nobody to see this. I don't even want the garbage man finding this. So he started laughing, and he wrapped it up and scooped. It was about 4 of them, and I still had some oh my God, some filling left. So I threw that joke away. It tasted like an egg custard pie. I don't know what went wrong. I used a recipe off the internet, and it was horrifying. So I was like, okay, well, let me go back to the old-fashioned basic recipe, and that's what I'm going to use today. So I had to run out and get the sweet potatoes this morning, but I still haven't peeled them up. It's about almost 2:30, 3 o'clock now, and I'm just now beginning to sit down and eat lunch. Before when I was talking about my baby Layton, when I ran off this morning, and my son did this little breakfast pizza. I don't know if y'all have ever seen these breakfast pizzas at one of the big box stores. It's just a piece of crust, and it has eggs, sausage, and cheese. And I think cheese is the base for the sauce. And it's good. You pop it in the oven for about a good 20, 30 minutes, and it's really delicious. And it's really nice and thick, and he cooks it perfectly. And the crust is nice, and it's a thick crust, but it can brown really pretty. And the eating is very good, like a normal sized little pizza. Well, Ricky, my son, the chef extraordinaire, he did the pizza, and then he gave Lakin her piece. They ate some, they ate the rest, and they saved me too. Well, by the time I was almost out the door cashing out, they called me. They said, well, Mama Lakin threw her pizza in the trash. I'm like, in the trash now? I'm like, you're kidding. What do you mean she threw it in? Was she finished? Was it the crust or something? They said, no, the majority of the pizza. I said, no, she didn't. They said, Mama, it's right here. It's right here. And I lie to you not. It's going to sound horrible, but I almost made her eat it. The only reason I didn't make her eat it was because, number one, it's not sanitary. But I was, to that point, I was pissed. I was not pleased at all. Waste not one. Now, you going to throw away perfectly good pizza. All she had to do was put it to the side. But see, when she gets like that, she knows how I am. I just say, baby, eat as much as you want, or as much as you can. But I guess that little bite for her, since I wasn't there, yeah, like I was force feeding her or something. I don't force feed a child. But I know you need to, breakfast is the most important thing in the morning, and you need to eat something. She could have even at least eaten half of it. Well, they got the pizza out, and I saw the pizza when I came home. It did have dog hair on it, and like I said, I wasn't going to make her eat it, but I wanted to make her eat it. But I did. I let it go. That's my bad. Chris, could you please, I'm out here making a little video. There he goes. No respect of person at all. No respect. So he just zoomed on off. That's why the dog's quiet now. Him and that little Buttercup, the Chihuahua, they have a love-hate relationship, boy, I tell you. He gets behind her, she starts nipping, and next thing I know, it's off to the race. They running all around the house. Zoom, zoom, zoom. But that's what I'm dealing with. So, yeah, I was really unhappy about that. I was really mad. I really was, because food prices are so high. That little breakfast pizza itself, was probably almost about $10. And you think, okay, it's only $10. Yeah, but that's $10. I mean, that's $10 in food. I mean, I could put that $10 somewhere else. I mean, shoot. What she threw away was like $1 a slice. Well, $9 a slice if you cut it. That's $2 a slice. That was more than that pizza cost that I used to eat when I was on my budget in LA for $1 slice of pizza. She threw it away. $2 slice of pizza. Shoot, that could have been 2 slices of pizza for me in LA back in the day. Shoot. And I was living from paycheck to paycheck too. These kids, they just don't understand. I hate to talk so much about my children, but my children are the center of my world. But the things they do, it's just like, it just completely surprises me. I'm just like, why do you do this? I've had this problem with her before in the past. And she does tend to have a tendency to be a little funny about poo. I mean, excuse me, I told you I have a cold, so I'm kind of out of it a little bit. About food. She will eat a regular pizza, scarf it down, It's gone. But this one with the little sausage on it, if he would have taken the sausage off of it, she would have probably eaten it. But the sausage are like a little bit of nothing, a little bit of tiny thing. I tell you, these kids and their food hang-ups and stuff, my gosh. There are people out there I see every day when I go outside my community. People just out there just, oh my God, sitting on the corner. I know they're probably begging for, money to do drugs and alcohol and stuff, but still, they have to eat at some point. But when she did that, I was so disappointed. I saw this one lady, and I see her all the time, and she was picking up trash and doing little things, and she's so out of her mind. I just hate how society is. These hospitals, they'll get you in the mental hospital, but will drop you off in a, excuse me, excuse me, drop you off in a minute on the street corner. That's why I've had problems with my other child who's no longer here. The time he got up in the place, they said, come get him. Come get him. I mean, it took me 2 weeks to get him there, and now you want to throw him out. They don't care. When you have mental illness, they don't care. This is a society of people who will throw you away for a little of nothing. As hard as I work for that baby to get him to the point that he's not even okay, but better than he was when I first got him, they were ready to discard him. Another young black man discarded. Another one they don't hear anything about. I'm not saying they as in race or anything like that. I'm just saying society in general. If they just don't want to spend the revenue, the money, they'd rather send it to foreign countries than to spend it on their own people. It is really sad, I hear y'all. You must get up and advocate for your family members and your friends and these people who have mental illness problems. Not saying my baby has mental illness problem, but my baby, she has a food problem. There's something there. It is something there. And I think before she came to me, before I got her, excuse me, my cup is back. I think they were probably sitting up telling her, oh, you keep eating, you're going to get fat, you're going to get fat. You know how some people are? They will sit up there and make these babies feel like they are porkers. And, you don't tell a child that. And if a child is gaining weight at an enormous amount of rate, you should take them to the doctor to see what's going on with them. It may be pre-genetic. I mean, that may be genetically. What can you do? If you're genetically inclined to be a little thicker and big bone, that's what you're going to be. And all the starving in the world is not going to stop that. Because that fat is going to travel right where it's supposed to be. If you're prone to be a little on the heavy side, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a big girl for 10. I'm not small. I'm not no tiny petite little person. This head is big. This body is big. It ain't nothing small to me except my waistline, and that's about it. And now she looking kind of strange. So I'm just saying, y'all, when you see these babies out here and people in general having problems, see what's going on if you can. And I know you see these same people in your area every day. And I know you don't want to get too close to them. You don't want to, because this COVID is so rapid out there, and you don't want to be exposed, from them or anything. Just roll your window down and, hey, are you okay? Here's a couple of dollars or whatever. And even if you have a plate of food and you're going to see them, put a plate of food or something in the car and pass it on to them. It's not going to hurt, because that's what I thought about the lady, the one I see all the time. If I ride out come, Thanksgiving, I'm going to take her a plate of food. I will do that. She might look at it and she might throw it at me. No, she don't throw it at me, but throw it away. That's fine. But yet and still, I have compassion for people. I'm that kind of person. I want everybody to be all right. And I know I can't save the world. I know I can't. And I know I can't approach people, men or women, because they will snap. I understand that. Mental illness runs deep in black families and white families and all families. It runs rapid. So I know how to approach a person from a distance. There. Let me not sing that song. I don't own the rights to that song. Bette Midler would get me. I love that song from a distance. But yes, just try to extend yourself. And you don't have to overextend yourself, but extend yourself and help people if you can. That's just how life is. We're all struggling out here today. We're all struggling. I don't care how much money you got. That money is going out the door. I don't care. Oprah's a billionaire, but that money is going out the door to somebody. I'm sure when she sit down and write her bills out, she got these millions and millions of dollars of bills. She's like, oh my God, where's that next money going to come from? I don't care how many billions you have, or how many millions you have, or $100,000, $100. You're going to sit up and you're going to wonder, where is that next dollar coming from? The dollar bill, y'all. You're going to wonder. I don't care what you say. They say more money, more problems. Well, shoot, give me the problem. I'll take the money. I sure will. But yeah, I just wanted to, get on for a minute and talk. Like I said, I'm stuffy and I got a little lot going on. Got the food on, so I'm gonna run back in and check on it. But I got a timer on everything. I'm a timer girl. So my soup of today my lunch is a clam chowder. It's a nice bowl. My girlfriend who passed away, Kiwi, many years ago, before she passed, I got some of her dishes. So this is one of my favorite bowls. Every time I think about it, I have a pretty much complete set from her. I don't eat out of it too often. It's just when I look up in the cabinet and I see it, it makes me think about her. It's a nice, good stoneware, good everyday use. And this is big chunks of clam chowder. Really nice sized potatoes. It's an off-brand. It's not the regular brand I normally use, but this is the one I like the most. I like the off-brand better than I do the brand one. I discovered this one a year or so ago, and this is one I buy now. Also, I have a sandwich. This is a turkey sandwich, turkey and cheese, and I bought this from one of the big box stores, already pre-cooked, pre-made, shall I say. And I put a little mustard on it. Normally I do a little mayo, but since I have the clam chowder, I didn't want to do that. So I'm gonna take this, dip it in the clam chowder. This is really delicious. My drink of today is a mixture. Because my energy's been low from the cold and stuff. I put me a little Coke in here. I'm looking at it right there. I'm putting me a little energy drink called Monster. It's a peach flavor. I have some orange juice in here, some orange juice. And I have one of these little V8 energy drinks my cousin turned me on to. And it's a pomegranate berry, blueberry. And I put all that in here. And I mix this baby. This is my little cocktail for today. And this will give me everything I need. Orange juice for the cold and a little boost of energy. And then I found these maybe about 6 months back. They're called Hostess Crispy Minis. These are like wafers. I don't know if y'all remember wafers as children. You could buy them in a little small bag. It was like a little long wafer, and they're about so long. You can get in vanilla and strawberry. Well, later on in the year it came in strawberries, but I definitely remember the vanilla. So now they come in chocolate. I don't like all that because I ain't crazy about chocolate. And this is a little small wafer with the little strawberry. These are the strawberries in it. When I tell you, you can taste the strawberry flavor. Oh, it's so good. And it's not that sweet. It's sweet enough to give me that little sweet fix that I need. And that's it. But yeah, this is my meal today, and I just want to talk to y'all. I got on mental illness when I thought about my baby. It broke my heart. She's been on punishment for the majority of the day. She has this thing of not wanting to be by herself. She just does not like it. If she's in her room, she'll turn the TV on, and most of the time she's talking to her imaginary friend. I'm like, I hope that is not schizophrenic Lin over there. Not Lin, her little imaginary friend. I don't know who this heifer is, but she talks to her like she talking to Jesus. Just like I'm talking to Jesus. Lord, help me, please. Help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus. She talking to Lin like that. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? I had to get used to it because it can get a little loud. And when she's in her room, and she does it for attention as well, because she does, like I said, she doesn't like to be alone. She'll have a TV blasting and talking to a little friend, and I can hear her on the monitor. I got the baby monitor, and I can see her. She's playing and talking, but I'm like, sweetheart, you got to learn to be by yourself. You got to learn to just be in your own state of mind. You don't have to physically go into your mental state and try to figure out the world, because she's only a baby. She's only 9. But you must relax yourself. Relax your mind. Sit up and then try to, if you don't want to watch television, she has a big, beautiful dollhouse. I want to give it away. Dollhouse bigger than her. She don't play with it that much. And she got all kind of toys and books. You need to pick up a book then. Read a book. How about that? Read a story once a week. One story over and over again. And at the end of the week, read me that story. Let's see how your reading is, okay? Let's do these things. Do something. But that being alone, I must break her of that, because the reason I want to break her of her not want to be alone by herself so much is because she's going to end up having the wrong type of people around her. And I tell her that. I tell her, baby, you can't constantly have people around you, because you're going to end up with the wrong people around you, just like that pretty little girl who has died. The people she thought were her friends killed her. And I'm not going to talk much more about that, but I don't want her to end up in a situation. And I've been talking to her about this from day one. Learn to enjoy your own company, or when you become an adult, you're going to have a house full of people who are just there mooching off of you just because you want the company. What kind of husband or boyfriend you're going to end up with? What are you going to end up with? Because they're going to get tired of all that talking. I don't talk to her so much about that kind of stuff, but in my mind, I'm thinking, what kind of mate is she's going to have if she's talking like this? Put that mouth to use. Put it to use. Sing. She likes singing. Sing, sister, sing. Sing. Put it to use. Be working on your singing. Oh, excuse me. I almost had to sneeze. But work on your singing, and she has Alexa, she has karaoke, she has everything. All the conveniences. Hey, Google Smoogle. People singing. YouTube it. YouTube it. YouTube it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Do something. You like Mariah Carey? Hey, what can I do? I'm not gonna try to hit Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey's no, I'm gonna leave her alone. This voice is kind of deep right now. This cold's got me nasal, or I would try to butcher that song up anyway. But I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, just learn to enjoy her own company. That's all I want her to do. The boys were in there helping me cook. Ricky was doing a good job. Then Nathan came in and started talking, and Lord have mercy, his mind just went left. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say a word. I set up and made my glaze for my ham. He didn't even come over to try to see what it was. Nathan asked little questions here and there. Ricky was turned off. Ricky like, I'm done. I'm like, well, what kind of chef are you gonna be? So I finished doing what I had to do, and then I turned to him. I said, Ricky, you didn't even come over. You didn't ask a question. You just didn't care. You have just checked out. So he's checked out for right now. So I don't know why, for whatever reason. You know, I guess his attention span can only last for so long. But I told him, if you want to be a real chef, you got to be in it. You got to be in it to win it. So we'll see what happens. See which direction it goes to next, because it's going all over the place. But next time, in the meantime, y'all take care. Love each other. Take care of yourself. And my outfit today, I normally have on a caftan by now. But like I said, I was running in and out, in and out, in and out. Just kept my clothes on, my street clothes on. But I like to put my hair up when I'm really doing some serious cooking. I put up a little bun. And this one doesn't have any pins in it, because the pins irritate me. And I always manage to stick one in wrong. But I took a piece of braiding hair, and I roped it off, did the little tie in the middle, and then braided it up on each side. And I twisted it around, twist. And then at the end of the rubber band, where the rubber band, I slipped it through one of them and then tied it under there. And I took the other one, slipped it through another one, and tied it under. So it's in there very secure. And I sprayed her, so she's in there really good. So that's it. So this keep my hair up and not, get in the food or anything. And I look halfway decent when I'm running around. So that's it. I just have on a simple little hoodie, and I did put a little t-shirt under the hoodie this morning because it was quite nippy. So this is it. This is my outfit for today. Let me see if you can see some of it. So this is it. Just something simple. Just a nice little tee with a hoodie. And that's it. Told you, I'm a big girl for 10. My waistline maybe. Okay. Happy holidays, everybody. Peace, love, joy. Everybody take care of themselves. And take care of other people. If you have something extra, hey, give it away. You don't need it. It's not going to hurt you one bit. Peace, love, and blessing. Peace. Bye-bye.